Being a celebrity means you have the perks of a glamorous life, but with that comes the disadvantages of living under a spotlight. You're constantly being followed by cameras that are hoping to catch you doing something to make a news headline. Unfortunately for the people on our list today, the cameras were successful. I am your host Josh Bedard, and today on Beyond the Screen I am dishing out the top 10 most embarrassing celebrity moments that were caught on camera. And make sure you come say hi to us outside of YouTube. You can find our social media links, they are down below. But for now, I say we get into these embarrassing moments because I am excited for today's list. And I'm not trying to be rude, it's just funny. You know, I embarrass myself all the time, you guys laugh at me, it's funny. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is the time that Zac Efron dropped a condom on the red carpet. This is not fake news, you guys, this is very much real. To make matters worse, it was on the red carpet of the Dr. Seuss The Lorax premiere, which isn't the first movie you normally pick to bring a condom to. Like, I just want to know, like, what were you planning for that night at a Dr. Seuss premiere? He ended up fessing up to it during an interview on the Today Show, but he couldn't really deny it anyways because it was all caught on camera. With a simple zoom in, you can clearly tell that it is a condom. Zac was just reaching in his pocket to pull some other items out, but then that fell out instead, and it just so happened to fall out directly in front of the paparazzi that was waiting for him. He ended up just laughing it off and said that he now does a full pocket check before going on the red carpet. Better to stay safe than sorry though. Am I right? I mean, it's not like a horrible message to be putting out there to his fans. Next up at number 9 is the moment that Jerry Seinfeld refused to hug Kesha. The moment went viral after it was caught on camera because it is painfully embarrassing to watch. I don't get secondhand embarrassment very easily, but guys, with this one I did. I just felt so bad for Kesha. Like, I can only imagine being so excited to meet like your celebrity crush and then this happening. So what happened was they were both on the red carpet at the Night of Laughter and Song event. Jerry was in the middle of an interview when Kesha rushed over to him all excited to meet him. She approaches him and tells him how much she loves him, and she goes in for a hug and he just like completely rejects her.
Can I give you a hug?
No thanks.
Please?
No thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no thanks.
The moment is so awkward. She tries to hug him like 3 different times and he just keeps putting his hand up and saying no. What hurt her even more though is the fact that when she walked away, he asked the reporter who that was. He didn't even know that it was Kesha. But the two have spoken since the incident, and Jerry said that she was very nice about it and that they laughed it off. And if you are wondering, no, he still has not hugged her. Sliding at number 8 is Jennifer Lawrence. One day we will all be telling our grandkids about the time that Jennifer Lawrence tripped up the stairs at the Oscar Awards. We won't have to just tell it though, we can also show them because it was all televised. She had just been called up to the stage to receive the Best Actress award for her role in Silver Lining Playbook, and she completely tripped and fell on her way onto the stage. She explained what happened and said that she remembers her stylist telling her to kick and walk, meaning kick the dress out while you walk, but then she got distracted and forgot. The dress tucked under her feet and she went down. It was pretty much just game over from there. But she did handle it like a champ. She laughed and then got right back up and went to get her award. In our number 7 spot is Justin Bieber pukes on stage. Back in 2012, it was the first night of his world tour and everything seemed fine at first. He was doing his thing, busting out his choreography, and singing his hit song Out of Town Girl, and then things suddenly took a turn for the worst. Out of nowhere, he turns his back to the crowd, bends over, and just puked all over the stage. He immediately rushed backstage while his dancers continued on, basically trying not to slip in his vomit. He eventually made his return to the stage, announcing that he was gonna just slow things down, but within a few songs, he was puking again. So he didn't just puke once, he puked twice, in front of everyone. He posted a picture to his Instagram after the show with him curled up in bed and captioned it, "Milk was a bad choice, LOL." Why would you ever drink milk before a show? That's bad for your vocal cords, boy. I don't even sing and I know that. milk. That is the worst idea I've ever heard. Moving on to number 6, we have 50 Cent's terrible baseball pitch. Now, why would anyone care if he can throw a baseball or not? Well, he threw what's been called one of the worst opening pitches in baseball history. He was asked to pitch the game ball for the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the New York Mets game, and it is a pretty big deal to be invited as the opening pitcher. But his throw was so brutal that everyone could not help but laugh.
His first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
He was torn apart on social media, but in a lighthearted way, of course, because it's not that serious. He didn't have much of an excuse for it, so he just made a joke about it and wrote on his social media saying, "I have a skeletal muscle injury on my left shoulder from excessive masturbation, so take it easy, lol." This just prompted like a whole stream of hilarious responses from his fans. But, well played, my friend, that is funny. He literally just like threw it to the left, like literally, I don't know where you were looking, but it wasn't that way. Halfway through list number 5 is Ashlee Simpson's lip syncing controversy. It's hard to forget her epic SNL singing fail from 2004 that pretty much ended her entire music career. Now, I don't want to laugh at the fact that her career was affected by this humiliating moment, but at the same time, why you lip syncing, girl? You are a live performer.
On a Monday, I'm waiting.
If you haven't seen this footage before, she was performing her song on SNL and the music track started playing behind her as she was starting to sing the song, but the timing was kind of off and she just got completely exposed for lip syncing. It was extremely awkward, and then you could tell that she didn't know what to do, so she just started doing this like weird dance Irish gig thing, which just made everything even more awkward and uncomfortable. Yeah, the whole thing was just pretty embarrassing. Here now at number 4 is Katy Perry's hilarious cake fall. Ever since she came into the spotlight, she's been known for her crazy costumes, rainbow wigs, and wild stage props, like a giant cake for example. During one of her performances at the MTV's Latin America Awards, Katy was singing her hit song I Kissed a Girl and she dived into a giant cake. Now you might think she could have settled for a fake one, surely they have cool props like that nowadays, but she chose the real deal instead. But when she got off the cake and was covered in it, she continued to sing but slipped and fell onto the floor. The best part was, she kept trying to get back up, but she just kept slipping and falling down again. Like her guitar player is trying to help her and she just can't stay on her feet. She was falling all over the stage as she struggled to get up and stay on her feet, all while singing. It was honestly so great to watch. I don't mean to laugh at you, girl, but that is hilarious. In our third spot is Janet Jackson's iconic nip slip. This moment will forever be remembered, and it would have been even if it wasn't televised all over the world. It was back in 2004 when Janet paired up with Justin Timberlake to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. But by the end of their performance, they gave a whole new meaning to the phrase wardrobe malfunction. At the end of the song, they were performing some of their rehearsed choreography, and Justin was supposed to pull off part of her costume to relieve like more red costume underneath, but instead he exposed her bare breast. Not only to the crowd, but to the TV audience of over 140 million viewers. Taking over our number 2 spot is Steve Harvey announces the wrong winner. Back in 2015, he was asked to host the Miss Universe pageant, which means you only have one job, to announce the winner. He proved to be a reliable host for 3 years, so people were shocked when he announced the wrong winner and didn't realize it until after everyone was celebrating her win. Like she literally did the flowers, the crown, everyone was cheering. Yeah. He announced that Miss Columbia had won the competition, but then realized that she was actually the runner-up, and the actual winner was Miss Philippines.
I have to apologize.
He actually had to walk back on stage and revoke his declaration and then tell Miss Philippines that she is not in second place, she is in first place. The whole thing was super uncomfortable to watch, and you can't help but feel so heartbroken for Miss Columbia, who just thought that she had won the entire thing and then had it taken away. Taking our number 1 spot is Fergie peed herself on stage. She recalls it as the most unattractive moment of my life. She's the first to admit that it was one of the lowest points of her career. Back in 2005, she was performing with the Black Eyed Peas and says that she was rushing to get on stage because they were late. It was a Friday and they were driving down the freeway, so they got stuck in horrible traffic. They knew that they had to start the show immediately when they got there, so she didn't have time to go to the bathroom beforehand. While they were performing Let's Get It Started, she started running across the stage and began jumping around, and that is just when it came out. literally. She said that her adrenaline was going and it just kind of happened and she was so embarrassed. Despite the pee though, she kept on singing like nothing had even happened, even though it was super obvious to the crowd and the whole thing was caught on camera. I don't mean to laugh, girl, but you know what? We've all pissed ourselves at one point in time. So no shame, don't even feel bad. Not quite like that though, but. Alright guys, that is our top 10 list for today. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. Let me know your most embarrassing story. I know I have a lot of them, and I have peed myself, so probably doesn't beat that. I'm getting out of here, you guys, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. You can also ring the notification bell to hang out with me every day.